Good afternoon, everyone. This is Christy with Van Ahn & Company. It is Friday, March 18th. I'm going to go over the markets with you for the day. You had very quiet trade really throughout those grain markets as they're searching for some news to push them, extend them higher. They've ran out of steam, especially those soybeans. They continue to get up about 6 cents and then fade. They were up 6 cents overnight, couldn't do it, faded, being down anywhere from a penny to steady on the day, closing up about a penny. On the week, beans led the way higher, closing up 9.5 cents. Corn didn't do a whole lot all week long, closing up a penny on the week. And then wheat market closed down 6.5 cents on Chicago wheat for the week. And really what happened in the wheat market is you started off this week a little bit of a friendlier tone with some talk of some freezes coming into the winter wheat areas over the weekend. And it just, through the week you realize that yes, you might have those cold temperatures, but meteorologists are really thinking that if you do have it, it'll be localized problems and the cold won't stick around long enough to really do too much damage. And so for now, they're not going to really pay much attention to that. And you found a little bit of selling pressure in the last half of the week. Like I said, Chicago was the one closing down 6.5 cents. Big market on this today's trade was the meat markets. Live cattle, feeder cattle actually having aggressive selling pressure coming into the close in front of the cattle on feed. Live cattle were down about $1.50 to $2, and then feeder cattle had a little bit of separation from month steady, but deferreds were down well over $3, almost $4 on a lot of those contracts. You're running into some issues. You've been able to run these feeder cattle higher on some cash trade being strong, cutouts were strong, but you're coming into a little bit of selling in front of that cattle on feed. Cattle on feed came out and was actually pretty neutral, maybe a little bit bearish, not too much, big number in placements. So that's where you saw really maybe the bearish tone there. Moving forward, you'll see some big trades on Monday. I didn't see any cash trade at the end of the week. And then actually lean hogs were able to stay their own. Maybe saw a little bit of spreading in between cattle and hogs, but they were up about 15 cents on the day. You got a rebound into that dollar. That dollar was aggressively lower the last 2 days. And so that's really what lent support to these commodities. Up and a little bit of a retracement, up 30 cents on the day. So that doesn't help out those grains either. Other outside markets were pretty quiet. You're coming into a time frame that you're having great harvest conditions through South America. So there's ample beans around. So there aren't a whole lot of bullish stories out there for commodities, except for managed money is aggressively low or sold into these markets. And so if they do decide to come in and buy, you'll see some strength come through, but really these markets are struggling to find that bullish atmosphere to extend them the next leg higher. And so you keep finding a little bit of selling pressure, and like you said, just very quiet trade into the grains, especially corn not being able to really do a whole lot. So we'll come into next week, and then you have a short week with holiday trade next week, so that'll get things moving a little bit. Other than that, I just have to close with a disclaimer: trading in futures and options involves risk of loss and may not be suitable for all producers. Have a great day.